you can off your data. All right, this class is being streamed now. So let's go back, show our browser. Now you can see React is installing edit sroc app.js and save the word to reload. If you click on learn React, it will take you to React official website whereby you can go and do some learning, and you can see their proper documentation. Every script, my internet is fucking up. You go to reactjs.org, that's the name of the website. So my internet is not strong, so if you click on it, it will take you to their to their official website. Now I've said that your node modules is important in the course of your project. It is not important if you are sending your project to something like GitHub, or you are sending your project to a production server. You don't need that node module because it's too heavy. Now this is a file called, I just want to quickly explain the directory. After that, you see something called public. What you see in public is everything that you are seeing that appears on your screen. Like this favicon icon is what is showing on this browser here. This is all called favicon, this icon there. Then index.html, all right. This index.html file is what you guys are seeing that is showing on your the React environment. And one important file in this index.html file, you can see is having a div with an ID of what? Of root. Now listen to this now. The entire React application that you are seeing that is running like this is inside this ID of what? Of root. So for example, you see you need to enable what? JavaScript to run this app. Abi? You need to enable JavaScript to run this script. No script, React what? App. Alright. Now let's see, for example, let's say I went somewhere and I want to make an adjustment. Okay. Now this logo that you see here is SVG. This is one is PNG logo. Is what you see that is showing here. Okay. This is another logo PNG. Probably because of the version that I'm using. Most other version they make use of what? SVG logo. This is your manifest.json. Your manifest.json is actually the CSS file that is used to contain some HTML script like your logo, your SROC, your start URL, display URL, and stuff like that. All right. Now that's what you find in this public this public file. The very important file in this your React application is the SROC, and SROC means what? Source. Okay. SROC means what? Source. All right, this app.css is the CSS file that calls this beautification black and this one rounding and stuff like that. That's the file that is, you can see at Media Query there. At Media Query doing his own job there for getting the various display of your screen. So it's the CSS file that this thing is working with. Then you see this file called app.js. Now, this app.js is actually what we call this is a component, because we said in that our previous class that React is built in what? In components. Now look at, for instance, if I say, for example, I want to change something. Yes, let's say I say hello, welcome to React class. Now, if you want to stop your development server from running, okay, for example, now it's running right now. If you want to stop it from running, you just press Ctrl C. All right, Ctrl C, you now press yes. Ctrl C will terminate your your development server. All right. If you try to refresh this now, it will fail. You can see that the server is no longer running. That's why you can see something like this is telling you not found. Okay, so if you want to run it back, you can just press npm start. So if you run npm start, Your development server will what? Will kick up. But I think it's still populating. Still populating. Still populating. My system is now slow. I need system. I need I need I need like a Rafael system. But that system you can't see it for 200 again. Oh. Can't see that system for 200. That system should be going to like 300 now. This country don't spoil. Why is this taking forever to start?
Oh, does it need data?
No, you don't need data. This one is still running that way. Is it complete? Still initializing. So please, you guys can change, go to your app.js, then change something like that. I think yeah, it's coming up now. Turn this on to hello, welcome to React class. Then you stop your React, then you start it again. I think Shebi Joy said she's traveling. She's traveling. I don't know. I think it's this week.
Yeah, she said she was traveling last week. She told us she was traveling. Please today.
I should never even remind me. So maybe I will send her the link later. So you can see that it's back. Okay. This is what I'm looking at.
But South Africa did not change.
It has not changed. Or is it I didn't save it?
Yeah, you did not say.
I didn't save it. Yeah, it will change now, don't worry. You see the beauty of this React is immediately you save it, compile by itself and bring the new effect for you. So you don't need to be stopping. I just stop so that I will show you how to stop it. Control
So
C.
we don't need to stop her.
You don't need to be stopping it. Make your adjustments and press Control S. Say Control B is to close your what? Your this place. Control B to close those files I show you. Sometimes you may not want to show it. Is it showing on your own browser? Save it. Control, it's not automatic. Control S.
We set our own to be saving automatically.
Yeah.
Our VS Code.
Okay. But it's supposed to show here now. Look
Yeah,
at
one is
it.
showing hello,
Hello, welcome to what? To React class. Alright. So what I'm saying is what I'm saying in essence is this. That this is a what? This is a component.
Can we close this time?
Don't close it now. We are still using it. So this is the component. Alright. This is a component that was built for default React and stuff. Now after that component, you see another file called the app.test.js. App.test.js. What are they doing? They are doing the import, render, screen. This one is just the screen size. Import app from what? From app from React. You can see that this component, okay, this component here was imported here. That's why you notice that when I click on this thing, it's showing what link. That's this one is handling this button here. This learn React. You can see there's a link here. Okay, there's a link here. All right. So it's inside a component. All right. It's inside a what? A component. Now, what kind of a component is it? This is what we call the arrow the arrow function. We're going to do it later. Then this guy is the CSS file. Okay, the CSS of this thing working is inside the index of what? .css.
Okay, so it's different from the app.css.
It's different from the app dot what? .css. This one is running for the CSS, the index dot the app.gx. Okay, then this index.gx, all right, this index.jx, you can see that all the components, like this component now, app.js now, is coming inside what? Here. So this guy need to come inside there, and under this component, you can see where this thing is being what? Rendered. You can see React DOM from what? From React. Right? This is where you render your what? Your React applications that shows on your browser. If your React application is not rendered, it cannot appear on a what? On a browser. You can see your SVG logo is still there. Then another important file that you still need to take note of is the package.json. Okay, we have package.json log, we have package.json. Now let me use the package.json. Should I use package.json log to explain, because they are practically the same thing. Let's use the package.json. Now this package.json, you can see the name of my app intro. If you go there, you see that the name of your app is going to be what? My app. All right. Now under this package.json, you can see these are dependencies that this application is working with. Number one is working with React 18. You are pressing 4. It's working with React 18.3.1. Another package that this is working with what is React DOM. Remember I said the React DOM has a method called rendered. And if the application is not rendered, there is no way it can work. It can work. Okay? And that is a package coming from what? The React word DOM. Now React script is for you to what? To write your React word. All those are GXX. Remember I told you that HTML that is written inside the React environment is not HTML. It's called what? GXX. All right. Then we have what? The Web Vitals. All right. Web Vital. You can see those terminal that you run. npm start. What this guy is doing? React script will start to React. npm build. Now, if you want to send your website to something like a production server, like a Nestlify, you want to launch it, probably you bought a host, you want to launch it. The terminal that you need to run before you take it to that this thing is called npm run or build. What this guy will do for you, it will build your application into packets, into smaller bits that you can easily send to any hosting environment. This one is for testing, while the other guy is to eject. You can see we have your React app.js and stuff like that. Now this readme.md is markdown file. What do we use markdown file for? Markdown file is simply giving you idea or telling you what the file structure is all about and what terminal you have to run. You can see we have npm test, npm run build, which is one of the terminal that you need to run, npm run a jet. I think npm start should be up there. You can see npm start, okay, to start a React application. Is that okay? Is that okay? All right, so let's start our application. Like I said, that this SCRO is very important. So what we are going to do right now, we are going to delete a lot of things here in this SRC environment.
Well, I cannot create new like HTML.
That's what we want to do. We want to start it afresh from scratch. I want you to leave this index.js. Yeah, leave this index.js. Delete. Okay, it's before getting now. Delete test, set test up. Just alight it. Alight it. Alight it. Alight it.
How do you like it?
Alight it. Shift. There you, no control. There you click. To press your delete button.
Which other reports?
So the only thing that you should leave there is index.jx.
Only that one.
Yeah.
And get it now.
Get ignore is not inside that file now. Get ignore is outside the SROC. You can see it here. Get ignore is outside, it's not inside. So you can see now, because we don't have that environment set up, our application is telling us that we are doing rubbish. So it's giving us a big fat word error. All right, let's start building our work. So the first thing we need to run now, and even inside your index or JX, please, because I want to start everything from scratch, possibly because this is introduction though, delete all the code inside your index or DX. The first thing you need to do when you are building any React application, you must import. So import React from React. Import React from what? From React. Now listen to this. Now import from React import React from React is not just actually specifically meant for React application alone. It's not a React idea. It's coming from ES6. If you do JavaScript, I think the highest version of JavaScript now is ES7. That is the highest version of all those your JavaScript. You know they have to do update of the library. The latest one I think is ES7 also.
Do you have an app for JavaScript?
Hmm?
You have an app for JavaScript like this?
I told you that React itself is JavaScript now, but it's a library working in JavaScript.
React is what?
It's JavaScript now, but it's a library working in JavaScript. Just like you have framework in PHP, Laravel, Kunigaita. That's how you have React in JavaScript. But what was used to build React in JavaScript is JavaScript version ES6 and ES7.
Okay, they use JavaScript to build React. So what do you use React to build?
Yeah?
We used to use React to build.
Is it done? How your system, man? This is where. Maybe it's your internet. Use React to build front-end application, and application you want to do some temporary storage, like you want to store something on the server. Because in React there's something we call React router, React hook, props. I don't know if you are going to cover those ones in the course of your program. Props.
And there's no React in backend.
Huh?
Is there React in backend?
No.
Is it not important?
The backend is Node. The backend is Node. The backend is Node.js.
Node.js.
And Node.js is a JavaScript, another library for JavaScript. So it's here not. Don't worry, you not compare that you know everything. Just know the one you can know and be making research for others. Sure you get, but have idea of whatever the person is saying. So when you are working, so this line of code is what even brought. This line of code is not actually React idea. It's not React specific per se. Okay, it's actually coming from ES7 or ES6 or so. Import React from what? React. What is there is that we are importing a library, React library, into our environment. So you can import one JavaScript file to another JavaScript file. You say something?
Does it compulsory that this R must be in capital letter?
This what?
React.
Yes, that arrow must be in capital letter.
So you want to start it,
Because it's coming as a component. You are going to understand it later. Why you need to put in pass it in what in capital letter. Is that okay? Now the first thing we'll do now, let's create our first component. Okay? What do I don't be component. Components are just functions. Alright? You can either use your conventional function, that your old method of declaring function with the function name, or you use your arrow function, or use your arrow function is further divided into two: implicit arrow function, and explicit what arrow function. We are going to see that right now. So you pass in your function keyword space the function name. For example, if this is a greet now, the first letter must be in what? A capital letter. The first letter must be in capital letter. So my function is what? Is greet. So the next thing I want to do now, I want to return something. Okay, I want to return something. I can say return. Let's say I want to return h1. I want to return h1. Welcome to React. Okay, React class. Welcome to React what class. Now, if you save this thing now, you're still going to have a big fat word error. All right, you are still going to have a what? A big fat error. Why are you going to have a big fat error? Is because you have not called your render words method. So which is the one of the package that we saw in our package JSON. So we have to import into our environment. I'm going to call import React DOM from React DOM. React DOM from React DOM. Then I said this React DOM, okay, import React DOM from what? React DOM. And I said this React DOM has it has a render method, right? So if I say React, am I good? React DOM dot render. Is it there? React DOM dot render So what do I want to render? The first thing I want to render is I'm rendering my what? My greets. I would have get why this thing. My greet is what? Is capital word G. Self closing greet. So the next thing that will come here is the ID. So I'm going to call get elements. I think get element by ID should come now. I have get selection. I'm supposed to have get element by ID. I'm supposed to have, okay, yeah, I didn't pass something there. Document dot get elements by ID. I'll be in a good shape now. Get element by ID. What kind of ID am I getting? Who can guess? What ID am I getting? I told you that this application is inside, everything here is working with this ID, this index.html here. And everything here is inside this ID of what? Root. So I need to get element by ID what? Root. So let's see if we are going to be in a good shape. Save. It's compiling, but I don't know why that render is render out. Okay, it's showing greets, but it's not showing it as a what? It's not showing welcome. So you can see welcome to React what? React class. Now what I've successfully done is we have created our first component. So let's say let's turn this on to my first component. my first words.
That stuff was not going to be there.
Said?
Parenthesis.
No, it's not supposed to be there. That's why he picked the greeting out, because he seen it as string. All right. So now my first component was what was creating. Let me come back again. This your function or your component name must be in capital letter. Is that okay? Now, is that still running? Is it true? I'm sure your system is not internet that is running it. Now, you can see when I said import React DOM, I was thinking somebody will ask me a question here. Why did I say React DOM? I said capital letter and I started with some capital. Why did this one not start with capital letter? Please, React work with what we call the camel case. And the camel case simply means if you have two words coming together, the first letter must be what? Capital letter. Is that okay?
Sir, can you come again, sir?
Camel case simply means if you have two words coming together, the first word, like hello, and the second one, they must be in capital. React is a different word, DOM is a different word, and they are bringing them together. So you have to have your capital arrow and capital word. Yes. It's not only for the import part, even when you are doing your JXX. All right. Now, having done this, the next thing is, what if I want to render other things? If I come in here and I pass in something else here, I will have a big fat error. Do you know why? Let's say P. Please, though, I said breakthrough. I said something that you can see that it's already giving me that I'm joking. Okay, it's already telling me that I don't know what I'm doing. All right, but I have breakthrough here. It's telling me error is what is found. So you cannot not be having different HTML tag, okay, like this. So the best practice, okay, is to wrap them inside inside a method. For example, if I want to have more, I can just close this guy, all right, open. I can pass in a div container. Please, this is not HTML, this is JXX. I can pass it inside a div container, and inside is my div container. I can say h1, all right. I can say h1 my first words components. I'll be in a very good shape. Okay, error is not going to come. My program is still going to run fine. Now the beauty of this is I can pass in something like a paragraph, good, buy me somewhere, buy me the words following. Somewhere buy me the following words, following items. All right. Somewhere buy me the following items. I can now pass in what you guys know about the URL, which is the JXX, the URL. So the first item, LI, laptop. All right. So I can just pass this guy down. Okay, if I save this, you can see that I'm building a website, but you can see, that's the beauty of you pass everything inside a div. Now, is it that what if I want to have another div inside div? Are you code? What if I want to have another div outside this div? If I come here and I pass in a div here, I'll be in trouble. I'll be in trouble. I can now say a H3 H4 good day. Now React is already telling you that you in this is just called what we call name semantics. This is what we call name semantics. Alright? You can't be having div. React is telling you that something must what? Close everything together. So if you save this, you are going to have a big fat error. React will always tell you what the error is all about. What he's saying said, let's read together. Module build fail from no module, blah blah blah, stuff like that. He said adjacent JSS element must be wrapped in what? In an enclosing tag. Do you want a GXS fragment? Now we're going to talk about fragment later, but for me to correct this, I'll just wrap these guys inside the words, inside a tag. Let's say I pass in a tag here. I say, oh, this tag should be article. All right, this container should be article. Then let me call this guy out, or let me press enter so that I'll just drag them inside. So I'll drag this inside. So I think, how do we drag again? Alternatively up. So everything, you can see that error is gone. That means everything is enclosed inside the word.
Close into one tag.
Into one tag.
Just one single tag.
Into one tag. Into one container, not actually a tag.
Container.
So if you save it now, you'll be in a very, very good shape.
You want to create several articles too.
Okay, what if you want to create several articles? If you want to create several articles, you cannot pass. If I come here now and create articles here again, Abi, breakthrough, that's what you mean? I create articles here. Inside this my articles, I have what?
Hello.
I have hi. You can see that I'm having a big fat word error. Okay, all these articles need to be enclosed. You can enclose all of them in article. All right, you can enclose all of them in what? In article. Hey, problem. What did I do now? Yeah,
A general article.
it's the article that will close everything. Why is my this not being again? I need to install. So you now drag everything inside the article. Does that sound? Now, it is very poor programming syntax for you to be having articles everywhere. Okay? Yeah, good and fine. Article is going to work for you. But why not call it section or main? I don't know if you understand. You can call it what? Session. Okay? Then you pass everything inside what? Session. Pass everything inside session, you'll be in a very, very, very good word shape. Another method is using React what? Fragments. Okay? Then, how do you now pass in? You just create a tag here. If peradventure now I want to wrap all this guy inside one container. React has a container, they call it fragments. So if I will just call React, is it available? React fragments.
It's not just fragments. That's the React.
No, it's create fragment, not React fragment, sorry. Create. That's where create, Abi. That's where create, Abi. Fragment. So immediately you pass that there, all of this guy can be inside the words, inside that fragment.
You can read that section now.
Hmm?
You can read that section.
You said?
Well, it's not the section, it's still there. Like,
You
There are
can still be there.
different containers.
That one say that. Section is what closing all those. Can we delete section and leave that?
If you delete session, yeah, session can still work. You can delete it, it will still work because everything is now enclosed inside
Create fragments.
React fragments.
So
Is
we
that
delete article as well, but
it will still work because everything is inside the word, the fragment. Are you getting it now?
we don't delete the closing section.
Which one is that one? I thought you did to delete by itself. Alright. Are we good? Okay. Now another thing, shortcut for fragment is just your tag. Your open and close your words tag. Alright. This is shortcut. Why this one here? Make sure where is it? Where is the fragment here? Yeah. You can see this is the close of the fragment. This is the open of the fragment.
That's just
Yes, that just
fragment like that.
that's fragment like that. That's shortcut. You can delete it, but you see everything is inside that. The less than and what and greater than. You see why most applications are going for React now is if you try to inspect this code, you can copy HTML code, Abi. HTML a site that is built with HTML CSS. Somebody can go and copy it. But it's difficult for you to go and copy something like this. If you copy something like this and you paste it, it would all flag error. Or let's say you use all those website copier, web copier. You know you can clone somebody's website. And I don't want to show them all those things so that those boys,
It's not
Those
good.
boys.
Show us.
all those boys they are bad boys.
Show us. Please. We did it.
I want to show them all those things. I will not go
We
and
need to.
you know that Infinity Free never allow you to do this. Don't you know that maybe they detect your IP address or something? Okay, I'm not showing you anything. It's not me.
Sir, you don't need to. Just show us.
I don't know.
Sir, no, I don't need to.
No updates. So you can clone website. I hope you know that. That's how all those I used to work with, sorry, I've repented, I'm not doing it again. I used to work with all those G guys, all those Yahoo boys before. I can it's money that I was looking for that period. Those money that those people pay you,
It's great.
I just pay you 500k. I don't pay you 200k. So what I did for the guy there was I cloned a crypto website. I cloned a crypto website, and what I did was that crypto wallet, all those are crypto wallets, I now build a backend for him. The front end is looking exactly like the original crypto website, but if you put your crypto there and you press send, and you press send, it's going to the guy's backend. So the guy will have access to your what? To your script. You know they have public key and private key. So the guy idiot.
That's what I'm talking about.
So the guy will have access to your what? To your wallet. Immediately there is a cloud whereby you mine your crypto. Just put it there to bring out the person wallet and you can get the person this thing. But you know I have to stop it because it's not good.
So,
So-
I always remember that site.
So you can copy websites. You can use web copier. You can go and download the web copier. You can use HTTP track. HTTP track. These are called web copier. But if you try to go and copy a React website, eh?
It's supposed to be built with React.
Yes. If you go and copy React website, Baba, you cannot do anything with it. So that's why these companies they are moving their file, their resources into what React. But there is a way you can see copy React website, clone React website. So there's always a way around it. As far as that is on the cloud, is IT work, and you can secure some parts, but there's always a way around it. Is that okay? So welcome to React. Welcome back to React class.
So I remember one more. No, finish this.
All right, now we've just created a single component, and everything is just one component can be used to build your entire website. One component can be used to build the entire website. Now, but if you are using one component to build the entire website, you are defeating the original purpose of React. Because we have said that React has to do with what? Nested what? Components. Nested what? Components. Abi? That's what we are agreed. So why will you now be using one component to build your entire? Because this website now can say, okay, oh, the header, this, everything will just be on it. It will not make sense. Okay, it's not professional. Yes, it will work, but it's not the purpose why React was created. Now, how do I create? For example, now I want to add a button in my application. Okay, you can see that this function here, this grid function here, this function is for grid, right? I can come down here. I think that's the closing of that function. Yeah, that's the closing function here. I can come down here and create another function. I can say, okay, another function I want to create for button. I can say function, or let's say I want to have something like I want to have something like a header, Abi, a header on my website. I can say function. Remember, I said this thing must be a capital letter, right? Pass something here. Now, should we use arrow function here? Or let me use traditional function that will not scatter somebody's head. Return. Alright. So we want to get header. And inside is our header, we want to have your normal design, Abby. So what I'm going to pass in here, I can say what from header. Let's pass it inside a fragment, right? I've taught you guys this, so I can add it to it. Abby. So let's form a header. Our header should have a UL, Abby. So inside the UL, we have what? Headline, Abby. Alright. So the first headline that we're having, this guy is going to have an anchor tag. Remember, this is JXX. Alright. I will not pass anything here because I have not talked about linking, because that case you are talking about React router and we've not gotten there. This is just the basic. Because I want to finish my basic very well. So we have home. Let's duplicate this one. This one should be what? About, Abby. Hope I'm good. No, there's an error here. It's supposed to be inside. Oh. This is what I want to type for. Don't know, maybe home. Maybe there is a component called home. But probably it's seen as a component. It's not a component. This one should be about, Abby. About us. So let me just leave this guy. Now you can see that this thing is inside a what? It's inside a component called what? A link. Anchor href is linked now. But I'm linking it to the same place. I don't want to pass. If I pass it to another page, that will be React Router. You have to install React Router. Then you have to import it before you start using it. Now, if I come here, okay, you can see that I don't have problem, but it's not going to appear. Okay, it's not going to appear because I've not shown it in my render. So if I want to show my component now, I can render it inside this guy here. Okay, where's the beginning of this guy? I can render it here. What's the component name? The component is called what? Header. All right. Now you can render it like this. You run it. You see header will come up on top of your words, your browser. Whatever the guy is carrying will come on top of your words of your browser. Abi? Or what you do, you can do. This is set closing tag, right? You can do open and close. Open and close. You can have your word. I think you showed it before. I just remove it. Yeah. You can still do like this. You still be in a good shape. But let's get established that this is what? This is a component.
When you want to do this grids of components, we have some. Can you please scroll your
greet now is my root component. Remember when I was drawing the structure for you? You have to have your root component, then you have to have the children, the child. So my root component is what is greet. Header is a child component. So header need to show inside what? Greet function component.
Okay, greet is what is letting it to show.
Greet is now what is not letting it to show. This is now my root what? My root component. Greet is my root component.
If you want to have something on top, that's my first component. Now you just have to place it under the header, under this header.
My
You have to
source.
put at the top.
You have to paste it after
After this header.
after the H1. Under the H1.
Or before the H1.
If I want to have Praventro,
Before that, my first component. That's what I'm talking about.
you want to have my first word component, and you can pass in component inside here now. You know, inside that place now, he's not seeing it as a what? As is GXXO or as a tag, but it is you that don't know.
So if we put it under there, it will be under there. Okay.
So it's not seen as GXX, but you know that is a what? Is a component that you create. So you can build a full-fledged application like this. Is that good? Now let's me quickly do another demonstration of arrow function.
Sorry, sir. I have a question.
I said we have two types. Okay.
Sorry, sir. Why did you write that function header like that line 31? Why is it down? Can you write it at the top before those stuff as well? It will still be normal.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole of line from line 31 to line 42.
This one, Abi.
Yes, that function header.
If I can write it up,
Yeah, rest at the top. Please be at
no, it will not work now because what I'm rendering is coming from top to bottom.
okay.
So if I write like that, it will want to render header, and that's not what I have in here. Is that okay? So now let's now talk about the arrow function. We have two types of arrow function: the implicit arrow function and the explicit what arrow function. So hope this class is interesting. Yeah? Say the little bits. Introduction. I see the introduction. Okay. I will start project next class. So I don't know if I can start the project today. So it's almost it's almost 10 o'clock. It's almost 11 o'clock. So let's look at arrow function. But we are going to do something that makes sense. So not this rubbish here. So for the arrow function, I want to attach something like button here. A button that you can click. So let's say my arrow function now, what will I do? Should I use const keyword?
Arrow function.
Hmm? Arrow what?
I think it's add.
Function button. So I will be in a very, very good shape. Will I be in a good shape like this? Let me use const keyword. Const.
Instead of that function, you can use const.
I want to check something. Const bracket open. This is what we call arrow function. So the implicit arrow function simply means you can just pass in your button tag here. Button, have you? Pass in your button here. So what my button send?
Sir, that equals to and greater than is the arrow function.
Yes, yes.
Instead of that coily.
Yes.
So this one does not have close coil.
This is implicit to. Oh, we are checking something. So now I want to call this guy. Now what am I going to? Hey, I'm going to have a big fat error, but I'm not ready that extra. So what will I call? I will call button, right? That's a function. I can come in here. Let me pass it here. I can call what? Button. I hope it will not give me problem. I don't like problem. Capital B, abi. You can see the button here. So this guy is what we call, it's not going anywhere now. Is what we call the implicit what? Arrow function.
So why is it being on top of that? I think it should be on the
So
top.
why is it at the top?
Why is it as what?
On the top.
Is it because you put it inside the header?
Inside the what?
Is it because you put it inside you put it
I
inside
put
the
it inside header now.
Okay, it's right there.
Ah, these people.
It's good to ask question.
and double fit. Okay.
Boy. So now this is the implicit arrow function. You see that is straightforward. Life is good. Hmm? So this is implicit. Let's see the explicit guy there.
Please comment it after that arrow function and implicit.
Hey, problem. So the explicit arrow function, let's say I want to pass something here. I can say const const let me say text and pass symmetric text as a component equals to bracket. All right, my arrow function. Now instead of me to pass it straight up, I can just bring my button here, okay, and say should I put return return, let me say paragraph successfully. I'm not going to have a big fat error. All right, I will need to render this here, abi. What am I rendering? I'm rendering what? Text, abi. I'm rendering text. So this guy is explicit arrow function. This guy is implicit what? Arrow function. So wherever way you want to do conventional function, no. Arrow function, no. They are all components. So basically the drawback of React, or the summary of React, is built in what? Component. Because it will get a point whereby we'll be passing parameter here. Alright, when you pass a parameter here, is what we call prop. Now, if you, because there are developer tools, those of you that install that developer tools, that class, in that class, if you inspect this website, for example, alright, if you inspect the website, go to computer tab. I have computer tab, have application. Yeah, you can see where we have components. If you click on component, it is that developer tool that you installed that brought this component to, because the component is specifically for React website or React application. But possibly if I see somebody's website, I want to see the component that this thing is working on, I can just inspect it. Then I'll see all the components. I can see all the components. Grid is my root component. You can see it now. So my root component now, all the other components, they are inside my root component. the header component, the button component, and the what? The text component. So when you check your header component, you can see something is coming up here. All right. You see something is telling you your props. We've not talked about props, so let us say anything about it. All right. Your new entry, your grid, your render method, everything that you use in your what? Your component. If you check your cursor, please, cursor is still very, very important in React. All right. Because it shows you where you have your code and what you need to what to do. Look at what's saying, warning, React DOM is no longer supported in React 18. The version of React I'm using in React 18 use what? Create root. Instead, until you switch to the new API, your app will behave as if it is what? Running React 17. But you can see that this error did not crash my application because it just update version problem. Do you get it? My program is still what? It's still working very, very what? Fine. Please, quickly, before lest I forget or I conclude our introduction class, let's now look at how we bring in CSS into our React what? Environment. Peradventure, I want to style this thing. Okay, I will create. Who is that person? So what I will do, no, these Ekiti people, they have not gone out. Don't you are from Ekiti, Abi? Rafi, are you from Ekiti? Somewhere, Ekiti mad. You are from Ekiti, Abi? Yeah, they've not gone out. Go to a place like Port Harcourt, Lagos. You see, you see sophisticated office. So maybe that person, you know that there is a glass there. We'll just run. You just enter one chance. All right, now let's continue. Now, how do you bring CSS into your React application? Possibly, we'll now start our this. So now, what you do here, I said you that this SRC file is very important. That's why you create your everything you want to do in your app. So let's create a file here. Create a file here. You guys are not writing this code, Abby. I need to give you time to copy it, Abby. I can't send it to WhatsApp because of the node modules file. WhatsApp cannot carry it. Maybe what I will do, I will delete it. Okay, so what I will do now is let's create a CSS file. Let's call it, should I call it style.css? Style or what? So please, this is the only first time we'll be writing CSS. So subsequent project, I may not write CSS. I'm tired of writing CSS. And the CSS will be built already now. I just want to show you how to bring it into your.
Okay, you built the CSS.
Yes, already. So now, the first thing we want to style, let's get our structure. Okay. Remember I said aesthetic is for what? Is for ORB. So what I want to style here, the margin left, margin right, blah blah blah. Some people will shine here, 0. A big breakthrough. Padding, all my padding left, padding right. I'm giving it what? 0. So let's now say I want to also add something to my body. I call my body element. Alright, so the body element, I just want to do a background. The background color, let's say gray. If I say gray, let me see what I don't like that one. Aqua. Gray. Yeah, so that you see the effect. Then let's say the color of
Text color.
no, let's not put text color. It will not make sense.
That color and that black color is not going to show.
They're almost the same thing, Abi. So what color should we give our text?
You don't have cause, so it's going to affect the.
Can give it blue
Huh? Which kind of website is that one?
You're just
or
showing true now.
Huh?
You're just doing true.
give it aquamarine.
If I white will show here now. The white not show there. Abi?
Red will show.
That's what we should.
Alright. Now your CSS has been what? Has been created. But unfortunately, your CSS is not running on your words on your site. Why? I haven't done what? Come on, how do you link it? It's HMS CSS man.
Import.css.
Eh?
Import.css.
Okay, oh. Import.
So I have copied
Import space style.css.
Import. So what I would do in this case is when you are importing a JavaScript file in a React environment, you don't need to attach the extension. But if you are importing something like a CSS file, you are importing like something like image, okay, you know you can import JPEG all those things, or you are importing something like video file, or you are importing something like which other file that have extension again, you must include the extension. Okay, so what I will do here now, import this dot means I am in the same directory, because actually this guy was created in the same directory with what? With my component. All right, I am in the same direction. So after that, /style. What's this? Style is Abi?
STYL.
Style or what? CSS. Now, if I close this guy here, now you can see what I have here. And you don't say from import this one from this one. I'm not importing from anywhere, because since I'm linking this guy into my environment, if I save, did you see that your CSS has been what? Attached to it. Okay. So the next thing I will want to do is possibly, let's see how we can create header. Go back to your style. You guys should know what to do now. I should not be doing all those things for you guys. Go back to your style. I think my header is what? Is UL and what? LI. Okay. Now the question now is this. You know, in CSS we say we have inline, internal, external. Abi? How do you bring this concept inside what? Inside React. All right. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to bring in class, so that I will use that opportunity to explain the class, because in year 6, class is already a built-in a built-in method. So you can't use class. It will give you a big fat error. So let's go back to our style. Let me create a class. So this class I'm creating called header or nav. Let me create a nav class. So inside this nav class, what am I doing? I am passing I'm passing my display. I'm passing my display. All right. I'm giving my display to be what? To be flex. I give my display to be flex. Then justify contents. uh, space evenly so that we evenly was spread. uh, I think this is good for me. So if I save this, I will not get the effect. Pay attention though. But I have to come to this guy here. Alright? So what will I do? It is. Say?
Sorry, don't let it
And now, this is what I want to do header for now. So I'll bring in a class. I can't type in a class like this. If I type in a class like this, then I pass in nav, abi? I think it's nav. If I save it, I'm going to have a big fat error. We're going to see what the error and the correction is going to be about. Let me inspect this. Can see error everywhere. Do you mean what? Class name. Some error will not break your code. Okay? Some of them will just scatter everything for you. I'm adding it to the header, abi?
You added it to the.
No, I want to add it to the header.
That's
It does not make sense here. See the way it scattered that thing there. So if I'm adding it to the header now, will I come and add it here? Let me ask question again. Should I add it here?
no.
No, you have to pay the text.
The text side. So where is the header?
On that function header from line 34 now. Yeah.
So will I add it? Opacity, abi?
The UL.
Alright. So the best concept is to put your what? Your class name.
So we use class.
Yes, you don't use class. So you cannot pass in your words.
Just one single.
No, it can be double quote now. I think I've said that it can be single or
Can be
double.
single and double.
And now. So you now see that I am in a good shape. You say this is the normal error that we are having, abi. So you can see that other error is what? Is no longer there. Are you getting it? So the next thing.
Check your phone line. Let me just drop down.
Come give me pay for this Facebook.
Well, I don't pray my
The number now.
yesterday. I don't put my face. Before doing
See, my own Facebook.
Gonna
My
this
own
thing.
Facebook.
So if you want to do online class, I do online class. So online training.
Okay, like separate.
Online class is not.
Huh?
Is it not-
Online, are we?
So is it not
You
good?
can use Zoom or Google Meet.
It's not fun. Physical classes, we are still, it's still adding to pairs. The pairs of online classes.
If it's only two of you, it's going to be more expensive.
It will be more interactive.
So now, online class, you drop all the same thing.
I'll give you everything you want. So, still coming up, Abby. Class nav. So you both should know what to do next now. Please, I'll just leave that one there.
Sir,
I'll just drop the code. You know what to do in your styling now. How to do your style, CSS. Make your design. What I mean is that
CSS is like normal CSS.
normal CSS styling. But the only concept I brought for you guys is linking it to your React environment. Do you get it? So, are we good with this introduction class?
font.
You want to import
You want to change the font.
fonts
Font also.
like
Font also. All those things.
you can import it inside your Photos can be imported inside your CSS file now. There are two methods of doing it. You can install inside your CSS file.
And how
Can
good
do.
you apply in this statement?
Eh? Is that?
How good you apply in this statement if you do it
If you do it in your what?
CSS, that will show you the GXX.
If you import if you have imported your photos of using your CSS, you can pass it inside the class. Then inside your GSS, you call the class. Whatever you want to bring it in,
just up there.
put the class there to come up.
I'll just do just one example first. Like import fast, child.
Solid.
No, then you do that fast, charity. There's one fast like that I use.
Ṣé àwọn social
Far times. Is it times or be?
Yes, times.
times?
Put far times. Just one place. So it's by this side because you put the distance to be zero.
Yes, ma'am.
I turn everything. No margin, no padding. Everything is zero. Let me drop this code for your WhatsApp. Believe you good to drop it on the WhatsApp like that.
Or so let's just quickly copy it.
Oh, let's go far.
If it's no, you must show them no WhatsApp.
Let me just drop it there, abi?
Just copy the link. Copy the
The code. I want us to build let's build a bookstore. Let's use a bookstore. I think we should go to round up that one within the next 1 hour because all the concepts I've explained here. Please, anybody with a Type A charger. So my phone is showing red like this.
Type C.
Type A.
Which one is Type A?
Normal USB charger. I think I brought my cord safe. So this one will not take us time, but let's just quickly build it before.
Sorry, please. Do you have class on Wednesday afternoon?
Wednesday afternoon. Is this what I have on Wednesday?
What's afternoon?
I have afternoon Python.
Python again.
What do you want to do?
These people want to do their project exhibition. So
Which one is that? Which this networking? Why not make it Thursday afternoon? Thursday afternoon will fly because I only have one class. People want to take my Thursday now. After I have one class on Thursday, I'm supposed to go back to my house and sleep. No, it's only one class.
You don't always come on Thursday.
Okay, I will not be around for your project. You should go back to your project. I don't disturb my life. Don't disturb your rights, people. Must that be your project exhibition? Person they work, person no dey see money wetin dey work. It is well. So we should not complain, abi?
Type so illegal, you see money balance.
See money.
And people should bring update for me now.
No,
Boy, can you pay?
Sir?
Can you pay?
Can you?
If you me all those kind
link
work,
you up with
all those kind
very,
work,
very strong spammers that
all those kind work, I don't take less than 100.
you do spam pay for them sharp sharp. They will credit you a sample.
And you update me now. Me, I need
You decent, secure those things.
I need good money, man. Abi somewhere am I lying? I want to drop the code for people. The way Breakthrough is looking at me, this person, me, I'm not bad.
Even big percent need money.
Bad people are
No, she will not be based on it.
Is it?
It's good to be bad.
This guy, your mind is so that. Sometimes this our society is not helping matter. You just do normal. You just you not be happy with yourself. They will not be using your head. See all those companies.
Why you say?
So
Good person like the
please, I'm specifying the file index.what.gx. I don't understand. Star is abi star just CSS. So your this thing is still running a breakthrough. Still running. So I've sent it to the platform. Please, you guys should quickly do that so that we'll start our first work. So you can go home and do more beautification on what you want to do. So can we create Amazon bookstore now? I want to create Amazon bookstore. Let me bookstore, but it's going to be a sample shop. Or should I just leave it? So what we want to build is
Why we open this a new file under that in that source?
put your mouse. Style CSS.
so I want us to build something like this, but it's not full-fledged features like this, but something we have book, get book like that.
Just don't start. That's all that.
This one is showing error.
She had to be sweet.
It's your own loading.
What's that still do?
So that's why it's good to code along. Or you type the code. I think it's not much, but it's not going to be a waste of time though.
Okay, you are seeing this. So, sir, for the React, we don't need to have index.html. We can just be typing direct inside our index.js file.
Yes. Sometimes you may decide to create itself.
If you create it, it must be index.js, not.
Now every website and that front page of the website is inside index. The first landing page of any website is index file. So that's why we call it index.js. It's not compulsory, it must be index.js. I don't know if you get. It's not compulsory that it must be index.js. The bottom line is make sure you are calling your root ID. Okay, your root ID, that's the one that is inside public, index.html in the public. Yeah. And then your component, that index.js is a
That
component.
root, they are the ones setting it there by themselves. Once we
Yes, that root is React that did all those things for you. But you see that we now know how to customize your one.
how is it?
I need to drop it. So you can go and add more beautification by yourself. Maybe you can, but be doing my project too. Project can be called for exhibition anytime.
Sir, is there September?
In September, first week of September, now. It's not far now.
What if you are not around?
Eh?
Can you defend anytime?
Sir, we are not around.
I will be around.
Like us.
My own project is it's my class now.
I'm thinking about
Like
class.
if we are not around.
How will you not be around?
Can we not
Something to
do it online? Something can come up now. We can see interview that day.
You can do it online, capability.
Feed. It's internet too.
No, no, brilliant.
See, it's not complete. So maybe you have to do it again. We have to run it again, breakthrough. So can we start our project again? This is very awkward, sha.
So this what do you call this React is having some inline what is it called? As in that the screen, you don't need to set it, you are already set.
Is this? I think it's inside the HTML, are you?
Yes, because I can see it there and it's already set, you don't need to be adding.
Admedia.screen is coming from the CSS now. When you install it, it's there. But you know when you are building your application, you have to put your own Admedia.screen in the CSS. Just like the way we link this one now. Like this one now, Admedia.screen is not there. Alright, let's quickly install a new project. So what you guys will do for me now is this. But you pay attention. Oh, you create a should I create a file? Create a file, a new file. I don't want it to be inside here. I want it to be outside. Yes. Create a file. Call the file. Why is it inside book? It's inside public, have you?
Yes. Maybe it's because it got the public.
Close the intro. It's going to open inside intro like that.
I don't want it to be inside.
Try new file like that.
This one will open file.
New folder.
It's inside intro.
Yes.
But I'll drag it out. Book. Let's call it book. So I'll drag this in out of. You want to move book into React? Yes. All right. Now I think it's inside React now. So now this thing now, what you do now, Control what C to end your running program. For those of you that you are running, you press your Y. Yes, then you press your Y. So you need to leave this. Now you are inside intro directory. Can you see there? Showing intro there.
Yes.
So you have to leave. How do I say cd dot dot? So you are now in React directory proper now. So cd, yeah. So cd cd book. Cd what book. So you can now see that I'm inside the book directory. Abi? So now you can run your this. Me, I'm going to run npx. Abi? You guys are running np what? Looking at me there. npx create. You run nps and the flag error. Don't call my name. nps create react app book bookstore.
How do you say we leave this?
CD
How do we leave this site?
book. Yeah.
How do I not put more?
What control C, right? The control C.
Mm.
Where's the one?
I'm having a big fat error.
So after CD book is npm start.
Because it said cannot create a project name bookstore because of npm naming what restriction. What are you saying?
If you want to start it, write npm start book.
Eh?
If you want to start this
Have you run it?
I want to run it.
Now your own code is I wrote this on the board now. That's okay. npm init all that react app, the name of your app.
npm react init.
For that one, you don't want to be online.
You need to be online.
Don't press enter.
npm create. Why is it not working again? Lower shell by. npx create react app. I'm good now.
Wait, so your own is npx.
Busy npm I went to type.
I think you type npm.
Is it running again now? What's it showing? What network are you using?
Airtel.
Airtel that is no strong.
Yeah,
I don't know, Airtel started having issue of recently now though.
I'm not trying to see. Airtel and Glo.
had issue when I was using when I was now doing router. It was not working because I'm now on the internet. So that router can work more if you are offline. So I don't want to do it for your class. I don't know if I will even get to that router. But anyway I stop. It's okay.
So we don't want to call so after that PRK, you can offer our data.
And after I show up hacking, you need to go to that directory. You need to go to the directory of the file. Off your data. So you now look at the directory of the file. So you have to press cd / the name of your file to enter. Cd space the name of the file.
Book,
My own is book, yeah.
then enter.
Then press enter.
Wait,
No enter. Yeah, it's CD. So after that, that's also.
Yeah, you can delete those files that are deleted so that will start our this thing from scratch. So you don't need to if you want to see your React run, you can run npm start.
Alright, CD. Okay. So now we're not going to delete all those things we deleted before.
Please, before you delete, check whether your this thing is on the first so that you don't give yourself problem.
Size, I don't really understand.
Yeah. So delete all the file inside your SRC and leave index of GX.
let's start to
or should we use the web ID, online ID?
The app and
Go to cosine boss. Cosine boss. Cosignboss.io.
sorry sir.
Cosine.org.
HTTPS.
Are we still going to try to implement our site online too? Or
Cosignboss.io. Well, I mean, I don't know why yours
Don't
is
carry the code this place, just enter the
straight up. Let's use cosine boss. But that cosine boss, I don't want to use it again, sha. Maybe some projects, I will not use cosine boss. British, are you in this class? British, your project is on React. By next class, I'll give you your own project on React. What was I installing? Maybe it's your network or your system. Sign in, your guy. You went to start for free. That's why you're having issue.
Yes, I should try for free.
Maybe this, but now they don't commercialize their website with that. Sign in. Don't start for free. Sign in, then use your GitHub to link it. You can see now. You can sign in with what with GitHub.
That's what I do.
Yeah. Are you are good, Abby? You just want to click sign for free or something.
For one is very
This is how it's going to be screen.
Yeah. So when you have something like this, when you have something like this, you can see we have different. Look at the website I was building before. I taught use state fetch, use state. It's still there. I've used it to teach my former students.
Release your GitHub.
This is my cosine boss platform. So let's click on create, Abby. You click on create. So when you click on create, then you now click on React. You can see other dependencies: JavaScript, React, Vite, TypeScript, HTML, CSS, Vue, site, and stuff like that. Next.js, all of them, they are all front end. But this is what you click. You click on React, then you give the name. The name is Bookwords. It's store. Abi, let's just call it store.
bookstore.
Let's call it store. It's bookstore, but let's call it store.
Create sandbox.
So you click on create sandbox. This one don't start. This one is ready. So let me use this one. So let's just use the offline.
You can go.
Maybe-
Code sandbox is working offline.
No, use your offline. My offline is ready now. Should be you have installed it before on VS Code. Yeah, use that one. So let me have go to your SROC, delete all this file.
Okay, you don't have to use the Git again. Don't start going to you.
To be
I don't think you got to.
inside the book. Oh.
Yeah. Inside. What's another one? Okay, it's the former code we did. Is it my index?
And this is from our
Can close that former one, right?
close this.
Save.
So this one you have GX.
So delete everything and
So delete everything. Just create your component and I will continue next class. So what do we say? Import
import React.
React from React. So the next thing is import React DOM from React
From React as well.
from React DOM from React DOM. Some people will not pass in clients or can pass it client, but I'm not passing it there. So having done this, then you know you have to pass in your render. But let's just create our first function.
Targeting important for you. So,
And no, it's not necessary, but just put in some things. Create your first function. Let's call the function the main function. Let me call the main function. Should I call it book? Let me call the main function book. Now, the point is your explicit function can be arrow function too. Your explicit function can be arrow function too.
You can use const to put the
Yeah.
stuff.
You can say comments, but it's not compulsory that it must be your regular function.
Okay. That's const equals greater than.
in studio,
Ah. That was as an equals to
That's
equals to open bracket close bracket.
that's a arrow function, explicit. They return.
Okay, use less explicit.
So um, so what am I returning? I want to return a component called let me return a component called session, but I'll pass it inside a fragment. So if this is fine by me, I'll make this guy available here and say cons call it section B,
what you used to press all this
session
tag.
hmm?
All you used to press all this tag.
Which tag?
All this section.
There's nothing now. I
That
type it
section
out.
it's not pop up.
I type it out. If you type it out and it's there before, it will come up. So I have
Okay, under the return.
let me just end this class. Let me end this class here. H1. Continue next class. Bookstore. Is it Amazon book? this guy need to be here. So the next thing I'm going to pass in here, I have to call my react DOM. React DOM dot render. So I have to pass my component is book. Then document dot get elements by id. So I'm ending this class here. So you save it, your program is going to come up. So what we are going to pass in here for us to run this application, what do I need to type? npm words npm start. Why is we putting happy hacking on this thing? It started off recently. What's going on? It's as if my internet is not there again, but it's not supposed to flag here. What's it showing? Oh, I render book. Close book.
What is that section? This is supposed to be section. That const.
The session is not available. Session is here now. Hmm?
I noticed something, sir.
Hmm.
My section, when I use small letter for it, it did not show. When I change the S to capital letter, it's now showing now as it looks.
I remember telling you guys that component is key is capital letters.
Mine is showing already.
What's this thing now? What am I looking at? This thing? npm start.
I don't going to be NPM or NPX.
It's npm.
No,
A complete log of run can be
It's
found
render
in
video.
you have that thing now, now slash.
Now you just crash.
Now every
No, yeah, no.
na dot.
Just now, just now.
Yeah.
So,
This is internet error. No choose file in directory.
so,
Your own is running, Abi?
Yes, sir.
you want to connect with the back.
Let me remove.
See, I want to do this. I think that
I know my data dey on.
CD book.
So if you don't use all those things, what?
You're knowing the way your React is located. npm start.
So you have
Get element by ID.
So what's it showing? npm error.
it's the showing error.
Wait, this so I need this last name. I need this last name.
It's running in your own Abi.
Yes.
Is the internet that is disturbing my own right now?
Internet,
We're not
we're
connected
not-
to the internet.
it's not connected to this.
So what's now going on like this? Import React from React. Import React. Or possibly, is it that it is not properly installed? I didn't remove any file that is not supposed to remove.
The error should be indicating
Showing
It says no
npm
source
error.
file. No source file in directory open, blah blah blah.
21%.
Package JSON.
What is it? Not to another. Ah, I know what you mean. Maybe block method. Ah, choose people to make it. Check it together.
Oh, CD alright, I think I was not in the directory. PM start. It's working. You know I have book. Look at my directory. Book inside book. So I was only inside book. So it's gonna come up now.
So if someone's laptop is very very slow, that React will be dragging it.
Yes, no. Richard, what will your system? What will you do to your system now? Sign out. Where you get to now? Please give them to sign out. Oh. So please let's do alignment. Align this thing. Attach a CSS file to it. Let this thing be at the center.
at the same time.
So create CSS
You
inside.
can just pass your text align here. So if you are,
Do this
yeah,
thing.
if yes,
Probably last line.
if I pass in text align here, will it work? Let me pass it inside the CSS file.
So can we do inline styling?
You can do inline styling, but it's not the same way of. If you are doing inline styling in this place, let me see text align.
That would be issue. You are talking to issue.
If you pass text align, like, it will not work because of the camel case.
So I've read style.
It will not accept it. Except if I have a double curly brace, then I have my texts. My texts, text align. Then text align is what now? Center. I'm having it already. But let me go and do it external styling and bring it here. I think it's better you use this method because if you are typing CSS inside the React, you have to pass it in a double curly braces. Yes. So
Just go to the style. Import space.
import
Comma dot slash style. CSS.
style. Alright. I think we'll continue next class from here.
Okay, sir. Oh, sorry. That was sorry.
I do one like that.
Anna Smokia, Anna Watchler.
Where's my video sef? I want to send you this thing.
Sir, is it possible to make a GIF a background picture?
Hmm?
GIF. GIF. Yes.
It will not make sense now. It will be blur.
But I see it on some template and as a background picture and it's moving.
It's, it's not that one just maybe they program it. GIF picture, the quality if you zoom it out, it will blur.
Background picture.
Hmm?
GIF.
It will not make sense now. It will be blur.
I see it on some
So
template and
I'm sending the today class to your WhatsApp platform. It's not that one just maybe they program it.
You recorded it.
GIF picture, the quality if you zoom it out, it will blur. Hmm?
Okay, that's like
It will not make sense now. It will be blur. I'm sending the today class to your WhatsApp platform. It's not that one just maybe they program it.
you recorded it.
GIF picture, the quality if you